Have you ever sat at home late at night, certain that you were alone, only to feel the unmistakable weight of someone's eyes on your back? That sensation, that tingling at the base of your neck, the sudden urge to turn around, the fear of finding nothing there. What if it wasn't nothing? What if you were never truly alone? For as long as people have lived inside walls, they've spoken of invisible watchers. In Scandinavian folklore, they are called nisses, house spirits who guard, punish, or simply observe. In Slavic tradition, it is the domovoi, a shadowy presence believed to lurk in every home, protecting families but punishing those who forget respect. Japan speaks of zashiki warashi, childlike spirits who live in guest rooms, bringing either fortune or dread depending on how they are treated. Across cultures, the message repeats, you may think you're alone in your house, but something is always there with you. Modern science offers an explanation. Psychologists say the feeling of being watched is deeply wired into human survival. Our ancestors who noticed hidden predators lived longer, so the brain developed hyper-awareness, a radar constantly scanning for unseen threats. That is why a creak in the hallway or a flicker in your peripheral vision feels impossible to ignore. Neurologists describe it as pareidolia. The mind invents faces and figures in random shadows. Others link it to hypnagogic hallucinations, when you are between wakefulness and sleep, and the mind conjures presences in the room. But here is the problem. What if some of those presences weren't hallucinations at all? Today, with cameras everywhere, the stories have only multiplied. On Reddit forums, countless users describe the same chilling moments. Footsteps pacing in empty apartments. Doors creaking open with no draft, no explanation. Objects vanishing from tables and reappearing hours later in impossible places. Surveillance footage sometimes shows even more, a shadow figure crossing a living room when the owners were on vacation. A child speaking to someone just off frame, though no one else was in the house. A woman sleeping, unaware that a faint silhouette leaned over her bed for several minutes, before dissolving back into the dark. These are not isolated cases. They're everywhere. The fascination has grown so much that entire YouTube channels, TikToks, and documentaries now collect evidence of what they call unseen presences, whether ghost, intruder, or illusion. The fear is the same. Your home, the place where you should feel safest, may not be as empty as you think. And isn't that why horror films about haunted houses and invisible stalkers work so well? They're not about the monster itself. They're about that primal dread that strikes when you realize the silence is not silent at all. So let me ask again, what is more terrifying? To believe that your brain is simply inventing company when you're alone? Or to accept the possibility that someone or something really is standing just behind you, watching, waiting? Philosophers call this the veil of perception. Our senses only show us a narrow sliver of reality. What if, just beyond that sliver, there are eyes, countless, patient, watching? The next time you're home alone, and the house groans as if someone stepped on the floorboards. The next time you feel that unmistakable burn of invisible eyes on your back, don't rush to dismiss it, because the truth is, none of us are ever truly alone. Not in this house, not in any house.